Okay, so you're finding your seat. Prop yourself up. If you're on the ground, I would suggest prop your hips by sitting on the edge of your folded towel, folded blanket, and then just think about your pelvis as you settle in. Notice your pelvis can rock and tilt forward and back, and feel how if you pour the bowl of your pelvis forward, you can then sit up a little bit taller. So your tailbone is pointing behind you. Legs can be crossed or stretched out like a V. And again, just feel free even to sit right in a chair if that's gonna give you more freedom, more support. Once you're seated, turn your palms softly to the sky. Sit up tall and relax your shoulders down. Find a soft gaze or close your eyes all the way. Begin to feel your breath, your body moving with each inhalation, expanding in every direction. With each exhalation, softening gently back towards the center of your being. For a moment, feel that dance. You don't have to do anything to make it happen. This gift of breath is already there. Feel your body move with breath. And as you feel your breath, take stock a little bit of who you are right now. Who's the you coming onto the mat? What are you coming with? And know it's all okay. It's all welcome. We're checking in to make space for ourselves. You get to be here exactly how you are. So just notice how your body feels, how your energy is, your mood, your mind. And throughout all of that, we practice recognizing we are not those things. We are not those thoughts, those sensations, those emotions, but we are experiencing them and we're witnessing them. Coming back again and again to the breath, feeling breath. And in this space of tuning in to self, see if there's some intention for you in your practice today. Something you'd like to create, build, make space for. Take a letting go breath with me. Inhale through your nostrils and exhale through an open mouth. 2 more together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. 1 more. Inhale. Sigh it out. Good. So turn your palms down towards your legs. Eyes can be closed or softly open. Take your chin down towards your chest and gently roll your left ear over your left shoulder. Face faces front now. Inhale here. Exhale, roll your chin down to the center of your chest. Inhale, roll your right ear to hover over your right shoulder. Shoulders heavy. Exhale, roll down through center. Inhale, left ear over left shoulder. Exhale through center. Inhale, right ear over right shoulder, sitting tall. Take 1 more to either side, going at your own pace, moving with breath. Feel your neck. Feel your spine. Settle your chin down towards center. Lift your head all the way to neutral. And imagine now a paintbrush on the tip of your nose. Imagine painting circles in the air with that paintbrush. So if you've done class with me, you know this. I love to warm up the neck and the head. So find your paintbrush and find your circles. And as you go, keep sitting tall, keep relaxing your shoulders, and come into your body just a little bit more, feeling sensation. Feel free to pause if you find a really sweet spot and just breathe into it. Feel free to make your movements completely your own. Change anything I offer to suit yourself better. And when you're ready, circle to the other direction. I encourage you to start small and slow so you know it's safe. And from there to expand in size, in speed, as much as you might like. Circling, breathing fluidly. As you breathe, feel the full spaciousness of your lungs. Without forcing your breath, just be aware of how much space there really is for you to inhale and exhale, more than you might think, more than you might use on a daily basis. So just invite spaciousness. Take your chin back down to center of your chest and lift your head all the way up to neutral. Relax your arms and circle your shoulders back a few times. As you circle, take some full, long breaths. Good. Take your heart towards your right knee. Hands come back to rest on your lap. Inhale, take your torso forward and around. Exhale, back and around. Inhale, forward and around. Exhale, back and around. And we're going to stay with these for a while. Legs can be crossed. Remember, they can be stretched out. You can be seated in a chair. I really want you to be comfortable. Come to center, and when you're ready, start to go the other way. Inhaling to come forward, exhaling to come back. And as we go throughout class, allow yourself letting go breaths. If and when you remember them, if and when they feel good, letting out a big sigh once in a while. And that way, when you hear yourself breathe, and especially when you hear yourself exhale, you know you're breathing, you know you're not holding your breath. And the breath is so important in our yoga asana practice, our posture practice. Without the breath, it's not helpful and it becomes even dangerous. The breath is what fuels and nourishes all of these postures we're doing. Come back to your center. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale your hands right down to your heart. Eyes can be closed or open. Inhale your arms right up to the sky. Exhale, turn your palms away and send your hands down to the earth. Inhale, lift your arms like you're gathering energy. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands right up overhead. Exhale, arms around and out. We're going to keep going with that for a few moments. Inhaling, lift your arms, sitting tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift your hands overhead. Exhale, send your hands out and down. It's almost like you're making a rainbow around you. Inhale, lift your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one here. Inhale, lift your arms overhead, and exhale, arms come out and down. Good. Take your legs out now if they are crossed. Shake them out a little bit. Good. We're going to keep moving our upper body. So you can just settle your legs, let them be. Fingertips touch the ground on either side of your hips. Feet are flexed if you want to engage the legs more. That feels good for me. I feel more active in my body. If you want a softer practice, let go of your toes, let go of the flex, and just let your legs be. Inhale, sweep your arms up, parallel this time. Exhale, pull your belly in, twisting to the right. Left arm comes down in front, right arm comes down and back. Inhale, head to center, body to center, arms lift. Exhale, belly pulls in, twisting to the left this time. Good. Inhale, lift. We're going to stay with this for a moment. Exhale, twist, so you can find your rhythm. You can close your eyes if you like. Get into your body. Feel your spine as you gracefully twist and spiral. Feel your full breath and the beauty of moving with your breath. The next time you come to the right, hold it there. Sit up a little taller if you can. Find another half of an inch. Relax your shoulders. Breathe deeply into the full capacity of your lungs. As you inhale, come to center, reach your arms parallel, high to the sky. Exhale over to the other side towards your left and hold the twist here. Find that lift again if you can, maybe a half of an inch. Inhale to center, reach your arms high, parallel, and then as you exhale, come forward in space. Bring your hands to the ground, or if you are in a chair, bring your hands to your thighs, and we're gonna settle into a forward fold here. See what feels good for you, if you like a long spine, flat back, or if it feels better to round your spine and tuck your chin. Either one is fine, and we're gonna hold here for probably about 5 rounds of breath. So give yourself spaciousness again to settle into. No rush, time for you to be able to tune in, feel your body, feel your breath. And start to come back up to neutral. Take your time. Good. Bring your right hand to the floor, off to the side. Inhale your left arm up alongside your ear. And then as you exhale, round your backside. Take your shoulders, torso over to your right into a side stretch. You can look straight ahead of you. You can drop your chin and look down towards your right hand, or you can tuck your chin and sweep your gaze up into your lifted elbow. See what feels best for your shoulders, for your neck, and we're gonna just stretch here for a few moments, finding length between your left hip and your left hand. So really ground your backside and legs as you reach and elongate through your left arm, left hand, left fingertips. And as you inhale, come up to center. Exhale, relax your arm down to the ground. Inhale, this time your right arm lifts. Exhale, reaching over into your side bend. Ground through your lower body. Lift and lengthen through your torso, especially on your right side. Deep breathing. Pick the gaze that's good for you. Straight ahead, down, or up. On your next inhalation, come up to center. Exhale, relax your arm down. Good. We're going to start to make our way to tabletop on hands and knees. It's a good time if you'd like to cushion your knees to take your blanket or your towel and place that underneath your knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and you can also, as always, you can use fists or come to forearms if the wrists are too uncomfortable. But to take pressure out of your wrists, really push down through the padding on your fingers, and that way the weight goes towards the padding instead of just into your wrists. So we'll do a little cat and cow. Inhale, tilt your tailbone to the sky. Let your belly drop down. Open across your chest and lift your chin in cow pose. Exhale, push your feet, your hands down to the earth. Arch your spine. Hang your head in cat. Inhale, lift your tailbone to the sky. Sway your belly down. Broaden your chest, lift your chin in cow. Exhale, push down through your feet, through your hands. Tuck your tailbone to the earth, arch your spine, hang your head in cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And keep going for a moment at your own pace. And then come back to center. Come into a comfortable child's pose for you. It can be a wide knee or knees together. And reach your arms all the way out in front. Forehead comes down to the mat. Take a few breaths here, feeling the length of your spine and that long stretch through the muscles on your back. Take your hands over towards the upper left corner of your mat. Hips stay heavy back and down. So here you're getting a stretch through the right side of your body. And we're going to come all the way over to the right side. Walk your hands towards the upper right corner of your mat. Hips heavy. And come back to center. Come on up to tabletop. Walk your hands closer in towards your body until you can come and stand up on your knees. Just check the padding. If you need more, add another blanket, a pillow, whatever makes you feel supported. Tuck the toes behind you. So your thighs are parallel and your calves are parallel. Sweep your hands around to your lower back. Start to send your hips forward in space, just a little. And after that, from your heart, lift your heart as if there's a string up to the sky. Lift your heart. And your gaze can be straight ahead of you, or if you like, you can drop your head all the way back, opening your throat. See what feels good for you here in Camel Pose. A few breaths. One more steady, full breath cycle. And then gently come up to center, eyes open as you go. Back down to tabletop. And if you like rest, come into child's pose. If down dog feels good for you today, from table, walk your hands out. One more hand length in front. Toes are tucked. Gently lift your knees. Push into your hands until your hips are high. Your knees can stay bent if that feels better. A little softer in the hamstrings. And either take stillness, or if you're somebody who loves to walk out your dog, bending and straightening one leg at a time, go ahead. We'll hold for a few breaths. Still pushing through the padding on the fingers to take the weight out of the wrists. Head is heavy, just looking back, seeing your feet, which are parallel. Good. From down dog, gently lower your knees. Really use control so you don't drop them. Walk your hands back. So if you're in child's pose, come up to tabletop and walk your hands back until you can stand on your knees again. We're going to play with camel another time. You remember the first option with your hands on your low back. I'm going to give you that, but another one. So if that felt good, just stick with that. Another option is taking right hand towards right heel of foot, and then opposite arm lifts towards the sky. If you've taken that second option, keep working to square your hips, belly, even chest as much as is reasonable towards the front of the mat. A few deep breaths. So you're either here, hands on the low back. Remember, you can look straight ahead or drop your head back, lifting the chin, or you're here. Same idea, hips push forward, heart lifts. Another breath. And gently come up. No matter what version you took, take your hands to your heart. We'll take 3 letting go breaths. Inhale through your nostrils. Exhale through your mouth. 2. And 3. Good. Now one more round of camel pose. So if you did the hands on the lower back, do that again so you're even. And if you took your hand to your foot, you might like to do the other side now. Left hand towards left heel, and the other arm lifts towards the ceiling. Hips push forward, heart lifts, head either looking straight ahead or chin to the sky. A few breaths here. And slowly come up to center. Take your hands down towards the floor, toes are tucked. Push your weight back so you come into a small squat. Start to straighten out your legs and then heel toe your feet wider towards the edges of your mat. Bend your knees deeply, hang your spine. See what feels good with your arms, either hands to the earth or taking hold of opposite elbows. And does your body want stillness? Does your body want a sway or a bounce or a shake? So it's open your intuition. Trust your body. Give yourself permission to do what feels good. And we'll be here in ragdoll, exploring, playing for just another moment. So if your blanket's on your mat, you can take this time if you want to fold it and put it off to the side. And then slowly hang your head, eyes open, start to roll your spine up to stand. Shoulders and head the last to come up. Good. Take your time. So once you're up, we'll just loosen up a little bit standing before we come into some poses. So, gonna shake your wrists a couple of times. Shake. You can just stand in a supported base. And now roll your wrists. And roll the other way. Again, like before, roll your shoulders back a few times. Take your stance wider than your hips. Let your arms dangle. And from your spine and your core, start a soft twist side to side. Pull your belly in. You can let your heel lift as you twist. It's easy, no big deal, gentle movement. So check in with yourself. If at any point you're pushing too hard, harder than you need to, or harder than feels good, soften, back out of it. Stop pushing so hard. And then hands to hips, stop twisting, and start a little circle. Hands can stay on hips. If it feels better to move your arms around, that's fine. Whatever feels good. Just circling your hips, nice and easy. Circle the other way. Full breathing as you go. Here we're trying to embrace our body's ability to be loose, be limber, be fluid. Good. Now pause. Take your feet closer together. Maybe they touch if it's okay. Don't worry if there's space between them. We're going to bring the hands to the thighs. A tiny bend in the knees, and softly, really softly, circle your knees around in one direction. In the other direction. Beautiful. Come back to center. Come up to the front of your mat. We'll do a little bit of a standing sun salutation. So if you'd like to use blocks or another prop when you reach for the floor, set that up for yourself. You can use a wall, you can use a chair, you can use books, anything that brings the floor up to you a little bit closer. So start with your feet about maybe 5 or so inches between them. Feet are parallel. Let your tailbone be heavy towards the earth. Standing tall. Inhale and take your arms up to the sky. Arms are parallel. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come to the floor, to your props or to your shins or thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine, making a flat back. Exhale, fold down. Heavy spine, heavy head. Inhale, stand all the way. Push down through your feet. Lift your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, your hands right to your heart. And that's what we're going to do a few rounds over. Inhale, lift your arms out and up. Fresh breath, fresh energy. Exhale, fold forward. Flat back coming down. Hands secure where they feel good for you. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, fold your spine like a waterfall. Heavy head. Push down through your feet. Inhale, come up, reach for the sky, palms touch. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Beautiful. Here we go. Inhale, feel your energy. Exhale and float down, folding. Take your time. Inhale, lengthen your back. Exhale, surrender down. Inhale, feel your strength. Rise like the sun. Reach overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll take one more at your own pace with your breath. When you're done, find your mountain pose, Tadasana. Tailbone heavy towards the earth. Belly engaged. Standing tall. Shoulders relaxed. Eyes on a still point or closed here. Feel your breath. Feel your body. Grounded. Reconnect with your intention for class. Bring it to your awareness. And then let your eyes, if they're closed, start to open. Take your hands to your waist and shift your weight into your left leg. Hips squared forward. Your right leg comes to point to the earth behind you. So feel free to come over towards a wall or a chair, something sturdy for more support if it feels better for you. Hips are squared towards the front of the mat. Start to lift your arms and create a long line from your back toe, up your leg, up your back, up your arms, out your fingers. So we're here in a gentle warrior 3. This is the first option. Second option is to point your back toes, lift that back foot off the ground. And the third option is to not only lift that foot, but start to hinge your body, keeping that long line. So see what feels good. Then I'm coming back to the first one. You do what feels right for you. Keep the long line through your back body, belly engaged, hips square forward. Good. So now, whatever version you're at, come back to this first one with me. We're going to bend that front knee a bit and step the back foot back to a high lunge. Take your time. You can go many steps to get there, or one big step. Settle yourself into high lunge. Arms can reach high to the sky or hands to the heart. See what feels good in your high lunge. Gently imagine shifting your hips so that they almost lock into place at center. So your front leg, that hip pulls back, and your back leg, that hip pushes forward till they lock center. Good. So from your high lunge, we're going to open up to warrior 2. So the back leg rotates out about 40, 45 degrees and then grounds. You may shift the feet a little bit so the front foot lines up to the middle of your back inner arch. Front knee is bent 90 degrees and the arms start to open like wings, strong and sturdy. Take your gaze in the direction of your front arm into the horizon. Find your breath, feel your strength. Let's take 3 steady breaths here. Believe it in your warrior. Beautiful. Start to straighten your bent knee, relax your arms down, and turn your toes so they all face the long edge of your mat. Settle your hands towards the outsides of your thighs. Inhale, sweep your left arm high, and like we did seated, exhale, come to a side bend. A few breaths here, reaching, stretching. Really fill your lungs. Feel your left lung expand. Imagine it expanding so much it pushes against the outer edges of your torso. Inhale, come to center, open your arms to 5-pointed star out from the shoulders. Exhale, side bend over to the other side. Right arm comes alongside the ear. Right palm is turned down. Feet strong to the earth. One more breath. Good. Inhale to center, back to 5-pointed star, palms face down, strong arms. Exhale, we're gonna come to forward fold. If you want a gentle, very gentle fold, hands to your thighs. Otherwise, you can come down further, hands to shins. You can use your props here, or hands all the way to the ground, whatever suits you. Stick with your breath. Start to lengthen out your spine. Bend your knees. Take your hands to your thighs. And with a flat back, eyes open, push yourself up to stand. Pivot your left leg to face the front of your mat and step yourself forward. Feet parallel, about 5 inches between them. Tailbone heavy, belly pulls in. Stay standing. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more time. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Take your hands to your waist for a moment for balance. We're going to the other side, so shift your weight. Think it's your right leg now, maybe. You know which side you just did, so know that we're going to the other one. The free leg stretches back behind you, setting up for warrior 3. Hips are squared forward, and once you feel stable, the arms come and lift, making a long line from your back leg to your fingertips. Remember, this is option 1, with your back toes to the floor. Option 2, we lift the back leg and point through the toes. Option 3, we lift the back leg, point through the toes, and keeping a long line in the back body from back toes to fingertips, explore a hinge. So see what you like. Keep your hips squaring forward. Keep breathing. You don't have to be the same on both sides. And then no matter where you are, let's meet at the first variation. Back toes to the mat, standing tall. And we're gonna make our way back to that high lunge. So you can go a few steps at a time or one big step till you come into that high lunge variation. Arms can stay high or you can bring hands to heart. Remember to settle your hips at center. That front hip pulls back as the back leg hip pushes forward so the hips lock into place. On the ball mound of the back heel, 90-degree bend in the front knee, knee over ankle. And we're going to start to open up for warrior 2. So the back leg rotates out and grounds at about 45 degrees. The front foot wiggles to line up. Front heel lines up with the back inner arch. And the hips, belly, chest, square off to the long edge of your mat. Arms open, gaze comes to the horizon as if you're looking towards the future, good things ahead. Back leg strong and straight. Front leg 90-degree bend. Feel your warrior, your strength, determination, power, and that doesn't have to mean struggle. You can feel those things without forcing, struggling. Start to straighten. Relax your arms down. Turn your toes all towards the long edge of the mat. This time, take your arms behind you for a chest and shoulder opener. Either just reach your hands, or if you can interlace the fingers, interlace, and then send your hands down in the direction of your tailbone. Open across the chest, and either just stand tall, or if it feels okay, you can even lift your heart towards the sky, gently drop your head back. If your head is back, come up towards center, relax your arms, turn towards the front of your mat again, step forward. Feet parallel, 5 inches between them. Belly pulls in like before. Inhale, take your arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more time. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Hands keep going, pulling you down towards the floor. Good. Take your hands on your shins or your thighs if that feels better. Inhale, lengthen your spine. We're going to do this 3 times. Exhale and fold like a waterfall. 2 more at your own pace. Inhale and to lengthen, and exhale to fold. Good. So step back to downward facing dog if that feels okay for you. If you are just ready to rest, step right down to child's pose. So either down dog, stepping the feet back up in space, feet parallel, pushing into the padding of the fingers, head heavy, or just step down instead to your restful child's pose. Okay. If you're in down dog, make your way to child's pose, and we'll all meet there for a moment of rest. Settle into child. And start to lift your head, walk your hands in until you can sit to one side and sweep your legs out. Good. So once you have swept your legs out, feel free to prop yourself again. We're going to take a seated forward fold here. Shift your weight a little bit. You can do a self-adjustment by shifting and then actually moving your skin, your flesh a little bit until you feel really grounded to the floor. Feet flex, toes to the sky. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, come forward. Sweep your hands up your legs. You can round your spine. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Sit tall. Exhale, come forward with a flat back. Now, sweep your arms up your legs, round your spine. Inhale, reaching towards the sky. And we're going to keep going with that. It's like a water wheel. Exhaling to come down. Inhaling to come up. And just enjoy as much as you can this fluid motion, stretching through your hamstrings as you fold, bringing motion to your spine. A few more moments. And then the next time you fold, hold it there. Good. And we'll just adjust. So hands can be on the ground, on your legs, on your feet. And let's give ourselves a little adjustment using breath and movement. So inhale and lengthen your spine and lift yourself up a little bit. Inhale and make more room. And then as you exhale, pull your belly in. Come up and over your thighs. Settle your belly towards your thighs and settle in. Long neck. Soften your shoulders. Relax your face. And you can see what feels good if you want a flat, long spine, or if it feels better to round. You can decide. You'll notice both options create a stretch. If you happen to be hunched in your daily life and you're working on posture and opening the front of your body, then I would encourage you to choose the flat back. Opening across the chest. You can bend your knees if it feels more comfortable for your hamstrings or your calves. Just another breath here. Maybe a letting go breath. Good. Sit all the way up. Come to the front of your mat so that your feet are lined up there. If you'd like a little challenge, flex your feet, reach your arms out in front, and come onto your back without using your hands. Maybe you roll yourself down, or you pulse your way down. If you don't want that challenge, just use your arms and come on down. Once you get there, let your feet flop to either side, relax your head, and just take a moment to rest, to tune in again. Notice your body, your energy, emotions, mind. No judgment, compassion. Make room for yourself to be here. Good. So now, take your feet flat onto the mat, like in mountain pose. Feet parallel, a few inches between them. Take your palms to the ground, off to either side of your hips. Head is neutral. Start to push down through your feet. Feel your strength. Lift your backside off the mat however much you want. It can be a tiny little bridge or a big, huge bridge. See what feels right in your body. And we'll hold for a few rounds of breath in bridge pose. And then relax your backside to the mat. Melt your spine to the earth. Open up your arms. Turn your feet heel toe to the edges of the mat and let your knees drop in and touch at center. Arms open wide like a T. A few breaths here, just a soft internal rotation for the hips. Heel toe your feet back towards center. Take your knees in towards your belly, your hands onto your knees, and circle your knees around in one direction. And go the other way, circling, massage your low back to the floor. And pause at center, take your feet to the mat and start to settle in for Shavasana. So traditionally, corpse pose, the feet stretch out towards the bottom corners of the mat. Feet falling out to either side. The shoulder blades tuck together on the back body. Arms open out from the sides, palms to the sky. And head just neutral at center. If traditional Shavasana is not good for you, make any adjustments you like. Feel free to put a support behind your knees or behind your head. You might prefer to come to fetal position or to sit up in a meditative posture. Take a moment to honor yourself. Set yourself up so for a few moments you can rest, you can practice stillness. And once you've set yourself up, begin to soften your body. Relax your forehead. Let your eyes rest into their sockets. Release your jaw and relax your tongue. Rest your shoulders heavy. And send that restfulness heavy down your arms to your elbows, down your forearms to your wrists, palms of your hands relaxing. Soften your chest, soften your belly. Spread, release across your whole back. Make your hips heavy with surrender and send that heavy relaxation into your thighs, to your knees, to your shins, your calves, Ankles and feet relax. Your whole body heavy. Breath so easy, like a beautiful breeze or a wave rolling in and out. Easy, natural breath. Nothing to do but rest for a moment. Allow relaxation. Pause in the beauty of the practice. Knowing all is well. Here and now, all is well. And as you rest, I'll share a poem in honor of yoga practice. Slow Motion Prana by Dana Falls. Hands lift, float, drift. No mere dream, this is life force made manifest. Healing held in the palms of your two hands. Let life and prana lift you to a place you've never visited before. Breath, heart, and body now aligned. Find the peace that mind can only dream of. And as you rest, just one moment more, remember a time from class where you felt something good, something enjoyable, or healing, or empowering, and just bring it back. And know that that is you. And start to move again, small or big, however it feels natural. Let your movement roll you into fetal pose on one side, curled softly in a little ball of self-nurturing. And gently come up to an easy seat, easy, relaxed, eyes closed. Take our hands to prayer pose and share the sound of Om 3 times. Feel free to sing with me or just listen at home. Everything is connected, all one. On this last one, think about your intention and we're going to give it energy. Take a moment to bow your head to yourself, your spirit. And then I thank you all for joining on Zoom. Namaste.